Rock and roll is a lifestyle most people will never truly experience. It's not just music, it's chaos, extremes, and living fast with no guarantees. But sometimes, death doesn't come from addiction or self-destruction. Sometimes, it's something no one could have seen coming.
I respect Cliff's memory, and I respect everything he stood up for.
A guitarist electrocuted during a sound check.
The accident happened in dense fog after a concert at the Alpine Valley Music Theater.
A rising blues icon, killed in a sudden helicopter crash. A bassist for one of metal's biggest bands, thrown from a tour bus in the middle of the night. No conspiracies, no overdose, just tragic freak accidents that ended it all in an instant. Brace yourself for rock stars who died from bizarre accidents.
Cochran.
Sometimes rock stars burn out, other times and they just vanish, gone in an instant. Some of these names helped define an era, others were just getting started. And all of them, taken by freak accidents no one saw coming. We remember Richie Valens and Buddy Holly, teen idols lost in the same tragic flight that also took the Big Bopper.
3 young singers who soared to the heights of show business on the current rock and roll craze were killed today in the crash of a light plane in an Iowa snow flurry.
Eddie Cochran, gone at 21 in a car crash that changed rock history.
Horrible dream, and it was a horrible couple days before I could calm him down.
And Duane Allman and Barry Oakley, both lost on the same stretch of road just a year apart. The 1977 plane crash that killed Steve Gaines, Cassie Gaines, and Ronnie Van Zant, still one of rock's most devastating moments.
We still do today, and he will never be forgotten.
Some of these stories feel like fate. Others feel like bad luck dialed up to 11. Jeff Buckley went for a swim, fully clothed, and vanished beneath calm water. Mark Bolan wasn't even driving when his Mini Cooper slammed into that tree. And Mike Edwards of LO, killed by a 600-kilo hay bale rolling off a hillside. How does that even happen?
I really admire great artists.
These stories aren't just tragic. They're unfair, untimely, unbelievable. It makes you wonder, how many more songs would we have heard? What would rock music sound like if they had just lived a little longer? So, which story hit you the hardest? Let us know in the comments. And if this video made you stop and think, hit like and subscribe. There are more stories to tell. Because no matter how loud the music gets, you can still hear the silence that follows. Thank you for watching.